All right.
We rolling?
We are rolling. It's a towel game. Not a t-shirt game, but a towel game.
White out, baby.
Wow. The
toughest place I've ever taken a team.
Syracuse head coach, they don't mean Jim Boeheim?
Folks, 85-77, Kentucky. Look, I'll be honest. I'll be totally transparent. I didn't think there was a chance in France Kentucky was going to come into this building and win at all. But to do it in the manner in which they did, to come out absolutely guns a-blazing to the point where it was just like, what are we? I mean, they hit 10 of their first 11 shots.
It's unbelievable.
Like, they were firing from 25 feet, like shushing the crowd. Like it was the most anti-Kentucky based on everything that we've seen from this team. As much as we've complained about the slow starts and just the frustration of why does it feel like it is just molasses to start games, and why does it feel like you're punting on the first 10 minutes and then the final 3/4 of the game is when we play basketball? It's like you establish a lead, a 13-point lead in that first 10-minute segment, and give yourself a chance to just play ball, Steven. A cushion of, hey, they're gonna throw punches back. Like the crowd is gonna get into it. Some nonsense is gonna happen that the game's gonna flip. But to build yourself up a 13-point lead to just be like, okay, we're good. Just everybody calm down. Let's play ball.
Yes.
I am baffled at that start and everything that came in all 40 minutes. I mean, every minute of that game was just a cathartic masterpiece.
I couldn't even believe that any of this was happening. In the final minute of the game, Kentucky's up 8, and I've told you, like, I just don't believe this is happening. I don't believe that they're actually going to win.
You just want to shut up. Like, as it's going on, you're like, don't say anything stupid. Because as soon as you say something done, it's going to be a 12-0 run, and you're going to lose the basketball.
Right. You just don't want to jinx it. Maybe that's what it is.
Let the game play out.
I'm flabbergasted. You know how little I use that word. I mean, I'm blown away at this. This team is so confusing. It's so hard to understand. I mean, you go to Vanderbilt, and sometimes, Jack, it is just dudes make shots. Like you said, they made 10 of their first 11. They were 11 in their first 13. In their first 12, I guess it was 11 of their first 12 possessions, Kentucky scored a bucket. And Aberdeen hit 2 threes.
Seamless, like
It looked easy.
They zero pushback. They were like, "Hey, this is what we do," and it's like, "No, it's not what you do. This is brand new. Let's not
We're in uncharted territory."
But to their credit, man,
tough. So many tough buckets.
Some of the obvious takeaways. Otega-Oweh, he kind of led the charge initially. Denzel Aberdeen hit some big shots, but Otega was a man on a mission to start the game.
They booed him every time.
Led the way with 24 points, and man, he just had that something to him that he played with that edge. Like every single time he dunked or finished strong at the rim, he kind of like would wink at the camera and kind of did that flex, like, all right, I'm here. He just had that pop and that bounce to him. That was special. I mean, Pope said at the end of the game, like, hey, Darius Acuff is one of the best, most talented players in college basketball. We know that. Everybody knows that. But, hey, we got to do it on our end, too, and that's a pretty special thing.
Dude, there were just so many plays. I mean, we said, what did Acuff end up with? I mean, because we talked all week about, well, who's going to be able to shut this guy down? Well, no one's going to be able to shut this guy down.
He finished with 22.
And he had
the wild part is he was 5 points at 2 of 10 in the first half, and he just took, 17 on 6 of 10 in the second half.
Pretty good. Yeah, he's
to
tough.
his credit, he's a dog.
No, he's a good ball player. And this was an intense game. I mean, first of all, just starting from the beginning, atmosphere top notch. It was great.
Special.
I'll say that we're not making fun of this. Like, I'm not laughing at it. It is. I don't know if it's the toughest place.
The Palace of Mid-America over there.
Palace of Mid. But there's an atmosphere here that I won't say blown away. I've seen some places that are better, but this was really good. And from start to finish, this crowd was into it, and you can tell players are feeding off of that. This game got weird. Kentucky was up 51-46, right? This is midway through or a little less than midway through the second half.
Right.
And Doug Shouse inserted himself right into the basketball game. I'm talking about it. It was insane because, it didn't cost Kentucky the game. You heard Cal actually he was a little bit he was upset with the officials. At least I think so, from what he said in his post game about, well, the game we're up by 4, and the next thing you know, some stuff happens, and then now we're down by 5.
How'd you get up 4, Cal? How'd you get to that
Exactly.
point first?
It was 51-46. I didn't see what Brandon Garrison did, but I think people on Twitter were saying, you shouldn't have.
It was deserved.
Okay.
BG's was deserved.
Mose
was by far the most egregious, inexcusable, small man, big ego, prideful. I want to insert myself into the situation call by any official I've ever seen in my life. Doug Show should be ashamed of himself. And if he gets the call for a Final Four, gets it, like, the NCAA should be ashamed of himself, because he only cares about himself. He has no integrity. He has no, like, hey, I'm doing this for the love of the game. He's doing it for the love of Doug Shows, and his performance tonight was absolutely shameful.
And I'm not sure what Mark Pope said to him.
It was
After the
egregious.
10-second call.
Pope like, good on him. Like, he deserved a tech for complaining the way that he should have about the officiating. It was garbage, and it should have lost the game for Kentucky.
It should have. The mood in here shifted drastically, because even throughout the game, as I talk about a good atmosphere, saying that it wasn't the best, it became maybe the best away atmosphere I've ever heard when Billy Richmond threw down that dunk to put him up 1. And I said, well, that's it. I mean, finally, it was Arkansas's first lead of the game. Then they pushed it to 4, and I just assumed it was over.
Cal even said, I thought we had him.
Yeah. He said, I'm feeling good. And he should. I mean, he's got the refs on his side. He's got his buddy Doug Shows giving him calls. Maybe it was
Where did that come from?
Maybe he couldn't decide who he liked less. And he had to go, I don't like Kentucky. I don't like Cal. All right, technical. There were 7 technicals in flagrants.
Bozos.
Yeah, between the 2,
Gosh.
flagrants and technicals, there were 7. But then Colin Chandler hits one of the biggest shots. He hit 2 of the biggest shots of the game. The three-pointer to cut it to 1 was massive, because if he misses that, and let's say Arkansas gets a run out, then it probably does start slipping away. But he makes that 3. It's a really tough shot. He puts plenty of arch on it. And I mean, the shot that he hit that put Kentucky up 8, that turnaround, was
Kobe,
just
like, that
so
was Kobe
big.
stuff.
Was that out of the timeout that Trent Noah called, or not? Or no?
I can't remember.
It was 7 seconds on the shot clock. So I thought it was, because I remember he was the one who got the ball and immediately drove and just turn around and bucket. And it went from, because Kentucky's up 10, a couple turnovers, and I could see that Oklahoma ending. I'm having PTSD. I'm having the flashbacks from the SEC tournament. And these guys just played so tough. You can go down the roster and find a play from everybody today that led to Kentucky pulling off this upset. I can't believe it.
And I just can't stop laughing.
I know.
Yes, they think of where we were
2 hours ago?
But coming out of that game in Nashville, I feel like we're right in the middle of the way of everybody.
Yeah, we can move if they need to get down here. But look how nice, everybody here has been so nice. Yeah. Everybody outside of the hotel situation, like, everybody has really been very accommodating and nice here. And even I'll give Doubletree a shout out. Like, they were nice to us when we got back. So
they got some work to do.
Yeah, but I have to say, everybody here has been even the Arkansas fans, there wasn't any, like.
Oh, I got a bird.
You got one?
I got a bird.
All right.
On Twitter, it's
out of 15,000 people, there got to be 1.
Yeah, but where we were coming out of that Vanderbilt game,
we're gonna let them come through here.
I'm confused by this. But man, it was just such a demoralizing way to respond to a 5-game winning streak. Like, it just kind of made you question if any of that was legitimate, and to take that one on the chin, it could have been really easy to spend that next 72 hours and sulk and say, hey, we don't have it. This just, we lost our chance at momentum. And to take where they were, hitting that new little version of rock bottom and bouncing and having that resolve and having the just, instead of letting go of the rope when the officials tried to take the game over and when the momentum shift, like that moment in the building when Billy Richmond threw down that dunk down the middle of the lane and the building erupted. I mean, I'm telling you, it was this game's over kind of feeling. It was.
Yeah.
And for them to not only respond back and win on a buzzer beater or do some type of just like, okay, we just clawed back and then just did a little bit enough. They responded and retook the lead by 10. I mean, that took some stones from this group.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, guys just making plays, getting rebounds. I kept begging for a stop there at the end, and they got enough of them. And just, yes, I would like them to make a few more free throws. But if they were able to split a pair and not miss both, and that's kind of like a pseudo turnover if you do that. So at least they were able to get one of two at the line, and Arkansas they missed some free throws as well that would have been big. Owe played a fantastic game outside of the charity stripe, but you talked about him. Just it's like has there been an improvement from Tuesday to today, or did they just simply make shots? I thought early on in the Vanderbilt game, they got really good looks that just didn't go in. And tonight, some of those shots went in and some tougher shots. I mean, Aberdeen had a finish late in the first half that I was just like, well, how the hell did that go in? Colin Chandler gets an and one that where did that come from?
That and one was just dumb.
Yeah.
That was dumb and could have been a flagrant. I mean, that was.
Oh, was that the one where DJ pushed?
That was DJ's forearm to the face. But shout out Colin Chandler for again having the resolve, having that response, having that, and even Colin after getting the and one, finishing it, just kind of looking up at him on the floor, like, yeah, I did that. Yep. Enjoy my presence, Shout out Trent Noah. Trent Noah was.
He was good. How many rebounds he finished with?
Finished with 7 rebounds.
He got 7.
9 and 7.
Dude, that's unbelievable. That's so big.
And again, you never know when his minutes are going to come. The only reason why he played was because Jasper Johnson picked up 2 fouls in 4 seconds in the first half, and it was just like, well, all right, we got to have somebody come in. And Trent comes in and immediately gets 3 rebounds. Immediately comes off the bench, grabs 3 rebounds, and it's like, all right, well, if he's going to fight, then we're going to, let's keep riding through him. And then he hits a big shot, and he keeps attacking on the glass. John Calipari talking at the podium going hey, that effort was one of the differences in the game. Trent Noah helped Kentucky win that basketball game.
Yeah, and, Jasper came off the bench and hit a big shot for them. And, he picked up 2 fouls in 4 seconds. But, Pope went back to him, and he hit a shot. I actually didn't mind the 3 that he took in transition. There's, like I said, you can go down the roster and find some positive out of almost every player, which is so much easier to do when you come out of a building with a win. And, Jack, we talked in the pregame, we talked in the Doubletree when we weren't supposed to about how this game, it's not Kentucky's Super Bowl, but this is a big game. It just is, and it will always be as long as Calipari is there. Maybe year by year that sort of goes away. I didn't feel the same way today as I did February 1st of 2025. I felt today was just, I want to beat Arkansas because they're a good team. Oh, and Calipari is their coach, and it would be nice to humble one of the greatest coaches in all of college basketball history as he's patting the Kentucky coach on the head after a post game earlier this week with his.
So what's funny about that is he got asked again, hey, what's your advice to what's your advice to Mark Pope? Knowing what he's been through and kind of having the highs and lows, you've been in his situation, and he repeated that entire same answer of he's doing a great job. They've done a great job as a team. Mark Pope is the man for the job, and then he ended it before he just ended his statement there. Mm-hmm. This time around, he added, but I'm not going to give any advice to any opposing coaches. I have enough work cut out for me as is. And it was like, oh, that pushed a little button, did we? We also got, and I like my team.
We did. Cal. We got an I like my team.
We got out tough. We had a couple of the John Calipari hits today.
Yeah. I was still waiting for the bazooka holes. One of the newer Calipari ones over the last several years is and we're up by 4, and then something happens, and then we're just something happens, just some little magic points show up on the scoreboard, and now we're tied. What happened? Your defense sucks. Kentucky's offense hasn't looked this good. Really outside of second half at Tennessee, but this was the first time I saw it for both halves all year. Are we still not figured out defense? Was this staff still not figured out how to guard people? It's actually kind of insane how Kentucky, who has just struggled every road game. What's the stat, Jack? How many road games? 8 games.
7 of 8 was a 15-point deficit.
And today, Kentucky only trailed for 3 minutes. And I think the largest deficit was 4.
This was the most complete game.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest.
John Calipari, we needed this.
How hilarious would it be if this was the turning point of the offense and the shooting and the confidence that they have shot better in SEC play, but still not the like, hey, we're going to be a really, really, really good three-point shooting team the way Pope talked about this offseason. How hilarious would it be if this was the breakthrough moment? Like, all it took was just going into enemy territory here at Bud Walton, going up against John Calipari.
Toughest place I've ever taken a team.
Do it here, hit some unbelievably tough shots, some gutsy, nutsy shots for this team.
Onions.
And then, like, they start hitting shots all the rest of the year. Like,
why not?
Wouldn't that just be the most ironic thing in the world?
Why not? Why not? It happened for Arkansas almost exactly a year ago when they go into Rupp Arena and still won.
There's a lot of truth to that, man.
It's weird.
It is a total role reversal where
180.
I remember
crazy.
Was it Myron Medcalf, I think, came on our show at SEC Media Day and said, like, hey, he deserved, like, John Calipari deserved, like, Coach of the Year honors for how that team hit, like, the lowest of lows, starting 1-6 in the SEC, and to respond back and be one of the best team, like, playing the best basketball among anybody in college basketball, make a Sweet 16, be in it right there at the very end, you know, for an Elite Eight. It's like he deserved a Coach of the Year nod for how he was able to respond. Mark Pope could be in that type of territory because they hit just as many rock bottoms, man. Like, this team has stunk at times.
To an extent, right? Because, I mean, like, the difference is Cal won that game last year and it made them 2-6. Here tonight, Kentucky's 6-3, Jack, with a very winnable game coming up. Oklahoma, I thought, looked pretty good earlier today. I don't know what the final ended up being, but they played Texas today and they had a big lead. I think they blew it by halftime, but they took Arkansas down to the wire out in Norman. So it's not like I'm calling it an automatic win. It's not. I mean, I thought Missouri would be an automatic win.
If they're going to be that team that we're talking about, it is a must. Like, you got to win.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. But, this is a tough league and all blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, you need to go win it because if you do, Jack, you're suddenly looking at 7 of 8. I mean, you're looking at like, whoa, they've won 7 of 8, and that would put them at 7-3. Likely, I don't know how the rest of the games are going to play out right now, but that would probably put you near second place in the SEC.
Double bye territory.
The goal of this season right now, I mean, we can adjust these goals as we go if they're able to. I mean, really, if you're able to come in here and beat an Arkansas team, you didn't have one injury on the injury report, and I didn't think Arkansas played terrible today. Defensively, they were not very good, but I thought Arkansas played pretty well. I thought Kentucky took some of their biggest swings and still got out of here with the win. If you can do that, I mean, can we dream about, the SEC championship is kind of right there? Because, I mean, you're 6-3. You're there. I mean, you're there. That's the one difference is that this Kentucky team doesn't have to settle for, let's just sneak into the tournament, right? I mean, you can start to – I didn't see 4 wins on the schedule coming in like 2 hours ago. That's how weird this season has been. And now you can go, okay, well, if you can do this, well, why can't you beat Tennessee at home? Well, why couldn't you go on the road to they host Georgia? But why couldn't you, steal another road win? Why couldn't you put together 6-7 more wins out of it? Now, I mean, why is it just in our heads now that we have to pick those two numbers? Yeah. But am I way off here on that?
No. And that's the hardest part is, like, it feels so much worse than it is in real time. Like, you leave that Vandy game and you're like, dude, we suck.
Yeah.
Like, we suck. Yeah. They're not going to win anything. And then you look at the actual numbers and you go, well, they suck right now, but there's so much. You got 10 games left. You got, you just had to split this week. Like, you win.
This is the best version of that, actually.
We went into this week and said, just split it. And then you split it, and it is the best version because now we're on the other end of the split, feeling unbelievable going into Oklahoma, going into the rest of the week, where, you can talk about winning 7 of 8. You can talk about building some real momentum where I leaving that Missouri game, leaving that Vanderbilt game, I just didn't think it was possible. Like, I just did not think we could feel as good about this team. And they deserve a lot of credit, man. Like, I didn't think they had it in them. I was a doubter. I was all the way out on this team as a serious contender for anything. SEC regular season, tournament, NCAA chain. Like, I didn't think this team just didn't have the goods. But, man, their toughness, like, they out-toughed a very tough Arkansas team.
Yeah, I've been saying Calipari is great at coaching toughness. His guys are usually tough mentally and physically. And, I mean, he said it himself. Kentucky was the tougher team tonight.
Not
tough-
Trayvon Brazil. He's a Suki Wah Wah baby, but continue.
Okay. Right. I mean, we were talking about SEC tournament. You know, how we have to play on Thursday again? Well, now you're right. You're in that, like, the goal needs to be playing on Friday, starting your tournament on Friday night, and having try to win 3 games and bring home a trophy. You know, we haven't hoisted a trophy outside of Global Jam in a while. Why does this suddenly one game make me feel like, okay, well, look, if you can get to Friday, all you got to do is win 3 games. This team has shown that they actually can beat almost anybody in the SEC. Alabama is tough, but I'm saying, like, they go at Tennessee, they beat Arkansas at Arkansas. Like, you have a pretty good resume. And how about this? Mark Pope, you beat Rick Pitino and John Calipari in the same year. Are you freaking kidding me? Just when everybody's doubting you, you go out and you beat Rick Pitino. When people start doubting you again, you beat freaking John Calipari. I mean, this is so massive for Mark Pope. I mean, it's huge, Jack. It's huge. He was always getting a third year. We know that, and he should get a third. He should have gotten a third year. You know, with all the injuries and everything, it's like he was going to get a third year. This is huge to kind of get. This one brings. This is what I mean. It's not the Super Bowl, but this one gets fans going. That was fun. Let me show you something, Jackery. Okay, I have. You can't see it. I have 85 text messages. I had 101 earlier, and I clicked on a whole thread of like 30. There are people messaging me who haven't messaged me about Kentucky basketball all season. I have people from grade school that I haven't talked to since I was 15 years old. And I wasn't in grade school at 15. I'm just saying that. You get what I'm saying, Jack?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Yes. They're messaging me. I hope you were in Arkansas tonight. Like, I hope you were in Fayetteville. That's freaking awesome. Like, just, you know, celebratory F-bombs and just like, it's awesome. This is Kentucky basketball. Like, this is what a random Saturday in January can do. And it's huge for Mark Pope. I mean, like I said, with all these messages, with the stuff going on social media right now, like Kentucky fans getting back on board and getting behind this team, it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing.
I did enjoy the Ty Washington walking the trap, take over your trap. I did enjoy being able to hit him with the Uno reverse card. That meant a lot to me. You don't do that.
That was a good tweet.
I don't enjoy when that was the school you played at and you were the trap. I cannot believe that.
Ty, big Arkansas guy now.
Yeah.
Were there any former Kentucky players here, like John Neighbors said? I did not see.
I did not see any.
There was a Kentucky fan with a sign that said, "We miss you, Cal," which you can miss Cal and still pull for Mark Pope. And
Industry plant. Gotta be.
Was it?
Gotta
was
be.
it? Ah,
Gotta be.
I didn't even think about that. It was Ellen.
Gotta be, right?
No,
Not actually, but maybe orchestrated.
You're right. It could be. I mean, they have friends in Lexington. I'm sure that miss them, like legitimately miss them, whether miss them as a coach or miss them. Like, I just miss hanging out with you guys, going to dinner. It was fun. Don't get away from our basketball team, but we love you. We miss you. I am, Cal was, I thought, like, he didn't do any sore loser stuff in the press, in the post game presser. He was, I thought last year we were going to get some of that. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if they bring Kenny Payne out, kind of deal, Well, I guess he wouldn't have been able to do that. No, last year he could have. Sorry, I forget what year it is. But to Cal's credit, like, he treated this like a February, late January loss, and I thought he was gracious in defeat and all that. So, I got really nothing negative to say about Cal other than I can't believe I haven't figured out this defense thing yet. Who's your defensive coordinator?
I think it's very cool that Mark Pope at the podium with Otega and Malachi acknowledged kind of the elephant in the room, like, hey, a lot of this stuff was self-destruction. It was self-imposed. We earned a lot of the criticism. We ate a lot of that. Like, we put ourselves in some really, really, really tough spots, and we're not excusing that, but I also appreciate that this team turned inward. It decided that in those moments when the noise did get very, very loud, that they said, hey, yes, we stink right now, but we're the only way out of this stink. Like, nobody, like, listening to any positive, negative, sunshine pumpers, ultimate haters, listening to any of that stuff wasn't going to help them climb out of that pit. Like, nothing was going to allow that except for them being the ones to be the catalyst and being the, like, hey, we have no choice but to respond to this type of adversity and climb out. And like there was just kind of a level of like I was watching Ortega and Malachi talking to each other while Pope was talking. Like they would kind of just like make eye contact with each other, and just kind of it was just a cool moment to see.
You good? You good?
We got.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We're good.
People are working here. We're trying to stay out of their way as much as we can.
All good.
Thank you.
I just appreciated how, like, you could kind of get that the chemistry was there. The Malachi and Ortega, the nonverbal communication between the two of them as Pope was talking was very like, hey, we're connected right now. We are super close as a group right now. And Ortega, he kept kind of bringing up, he was answering questions like, hey, how much did this game mean to you? And he was like, top two of my career. You know, you could just tell this one meant a lot to him, meant a lot to Malachi, and Pope was just saying all the right things afterward about their resilience.
They didn't like one thing that Pope said. He said SMH.
SMH.
And Malachi went, oh, like, you know, just Mark was like,
this team has a lot of SMH in it. Shaking my head. And Malachi just went, ooh. But it's cool. Like,
yeah, they're joking around. Like they're like enjoying each other, which is something that we were like, do these guys enjoy being around each other? That's it too. Like the LSU, the buzzer beater, the beating Tennessee like that. I felt like, okay, isn't that something that could bring a locker room together, winning games like that? And then you lose by 25 to Vanderbilt, and you wonder, all right, is the finger pointing? Is there? I mean, I'm not going to go as far as to say these guys didn't like each other, but there was conversations happening on the floor during games that was slightly concerning as far as a team chemistry standpoint. But stuff like this, like winning a game like tonight, when even only as 6.5-point dogs, most people talking about this game did not give Kentucky. I mean, did not give. Nick Roush doing the post-game show, he called it.
I'm proud of him.
Hello, Nick Roush.
Hello, Nick Roush. I'm very excited for him. Anybody else? I feel like we didn't get to dig deep into the players that helped. Like we got
Mo Diabate was tough.
Yeah,
I love
Malachi was amazing. You know, Malachi had some moments. He got tougher hands around the rim, but you know that's a tough Arkansas team that made life hard for him. But he responded well. 11-7, good day for him. Colin Chandler, onions, absolute ice in his veins. There was just something about the big moment for him that he just.
Aberdeen he had two big threes, and then he had one mid-range that just went in and out. And I thought that would have been a big shot. It went in and out on him, but he set the tone early. Thought he handled running the point really well again today. I was concerned about how that was going to go. And
we also managed to find the most heavily trafficked place in the building.
We seem to do that.
Never fails.
the pillar over in Atlanta, that one was fun. But who else have we not talked about? We got a couple more minutes before this thing runs out.
Let's see.
Again, you can find something positive to say about everybody pretty much.
Yeah, Levitch
today.
hit a couple big shots. He had a couple moments where he was just like, where the hell
his three.
did that come
How about
from?
his three late in the shot clock? He let it go, and I told Jack, I was like, this is going to go in. There were just moments tonight that was just like all the games where the shots didn't go in. And tonight, how many threes did they end up with? They only ended. I mean, I was wrong about that. I said that Kentucky needed to hit 10, probably 12 threes. They hit 4 early. They got a 5th from, I think, Trent Noah. And then they only hit 1 in the second half, and it was Colin Chandler's. Is that right?
Wow.
So they only had 6. Yeah, I think they had 5. Denzel Aberdeen had 2. Colin had 1. And then Trent had 1. And Yelovich, I think that was their 5 three-pointers came in the first half. And then the second half, they only got 1, and it was Colin Chandler. But because they didn't need to. They were just getting to the rack, which I did not expect against this Arkansas team. Mm-hmm. They were. I mean, they were getting to the basket. They were drawing fouls. Who else have we not bragged about yet? Brandon Garrison, because the light goes out. We were so close. Brandon Garrison, I thought, had several good passes. Let's calm him down just a little bit, Brandon. But yeah, I mean, he made several good plays. Finished with 4 points. Is that right?
Yes.
4 points, couple of rebounds. But yeah, man, this is one. I'm not going to I'm going to sugarcoat it. I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm saying I'm going to remember this one. I'm going to. We're not hanging a banner.
They needed this one, man. Like I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of this team. it could have been very hard for them to not they could have come in here and lost by 30. They could have.
Absolutely.
That's just a fact. So their ability to come into this building, we're wrapping up, so you don't need to. Oh, look at us, but getting bright.
A little
on
brighter.
The spot.
4 minutes left, by the way.
I appreciate their ability to respond to a lot of pressure, a lot of noise, a lot of doubt, a lot of hate, a lot of everything to put forth a really, really enjoyable product that is a night that we will remember. It doesn't mean anything in terms of, we're not going to hang a banner for this. I'm bringing this home as a joke because it's funny.
You're not framing it?
Because of
it's going in my shadow box.
It is just so ironic about the Super Bowl stuff and the whiteout. Cal would.
It's got the date on
Cal
there.
Hates this stuff. I can't believe that he allowed it in this building, but it's all ironic. But I appreciate that in this moment and how important it was for them to get back on the right track. They responded as well as they did, and they deserve a lot of credit. They deserve unbelievably well-coached game, well-executed game for the players. I have zero complaints whatsoever as we wrap this thing up. But we got to give a Parlor Pizza player of the game.
Oh, yeah, Parlor Pizza player of the game.
Parlor Pizza game MVP. I feel like the obvious choice
yeah,
is we got to do two of them.
Okay.
Because Ortega is the obvious choice.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Ortega, but I want to put you on the spot for somebody else.
Okay.
Ortega.
Okay.
Kentucky doesn't win the game without Ortega setting the tone early and kind of opening the door, the floodgates early. He was the guy that got downhill, finished around the rim, hit some tough shots, and said, hey, this is my moment. I belong in this conversation. You guys can talk as much as you want about Darius Acuff and how good he is. I'm here for the moment, too. So, Ortega Owe. Shout out Ortega Owe, our Parlor Pizza player of the game.
I'm going with Malachi, the other guy at the podium.
Good one.
You got to go with Malachi. He's, I thought we'd get 3-4 years maybe out of Malachi Marino, and that's not happening, is it?
No.
No. I hope there's a year 2, and I think there will be.
Feel good about that.
Yeah, but just so you all know, and Zach Gagan, KSR, he keeps me updated on this. He sends me a text message every time Malachi Marino ends up on one of the, we'll call them the NBA nerds on social media who really follow this stuff and get into the weeds and the numbers. They have Malachi sometimes as high as top 15 right now. So it's something to kind of keep your eye on if he just continues to put together these kind of performances and really mental and physical toughness. He got fouled late. He goes to the free throw line. Did he make both of them? I thought he did.
He went 3 for 4 late in the big moments.
Yeah,
He
that was
big.
Awesome.
Yeah,
big from the free throw line. Got rebounds. Got putbacks. Kept balls alive. The block down underneath that was huge. So Malachi Moreno, Parlor Pizza player of the game.
Multiple locations in Kentucky, Southern Indiana. Make sure you go check them out. New one coming